everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is Thursday night. It's time for the Cantina Happy Hour. Grab yourself a drink, pull up a stool. Let's talk about some Star Wars. I am your host, David. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
Good. Good. After my little fiasco, I'm pretty good.
Debbie had a death in the family.
My TV.
I was going to say, is that what she calls a fiasco? Holy moly.
Yeah, it was.
When I'm forced to watch TV, I mean, I have a nice sized computer monitor, but I'm sitting in this chair. So it's like, I can't lounge like I do when I'm on the couch. And so, yeah, it was not pleasant trying to watch TV. And plus, you know how Chewie gets up and she's in front of the screen and, then people are moving on the screen and she's sitting there scratching the screen. And then she's up here terrorizing my hair. It was not pleasant.
Huh.
And, I'm a hermit and TV is my lifeline. So, so yes, it was very chaotic and frantic and I was not a happy camper.
Oh, goodness.
I know.
TV, it rules our lives.
Well, it does
also
mine.
with us tonight is Cam from Cam and Focus. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay. I'm tired and glad that the week is over.
Not yet. I got one more day. 8 more hours.
More day.
Don't make this about you.
Hey, I'm the star of my own movie.
I know.
Just saying. How's your weather up there? Y'all still cold?
In Tennessee?
Mm.
It's been in like the 70s, so it's not been too bad.
It's 52 here right now, and then tomorrow will be 74.
Wow.
Look at you go.
But rain, so
we're getting
damper on things.
We're plugged for some severe weather tonight and tomorrow, so but it has been in the 80s during the day, 70s in the morning. So it's been nice. I've enjoyed it. All right. Well, what are we talking about tonight? We've got an Ahsoka arc.
I'm sorry.
I had such high hopes for this when I first saw it back in 2010, probably 9, 10, somewhere in that neighborhood. I was so excited, and then it ended and she was still alive, and I was like, crap. Not only was she still alive, she's still Anakin's Padawan, and I'm like, oh.
Man.
Yeah, for those listening, every season he hopes that she dies.
Also, for those listening, that was the initial. Ahsoka was not my favorite character when the Clone Wars first came out. She was not. I really did not like her. The only comforting thought that I found was she's not in the original trilogy, so she's probably not going to survive Order 66. So she's going to die in the Clone Wars. I mean, logically, that's where my brain was. So I was just all kinds of excited about that. And then she goes on and continues living for 30 some odd years. So
the audacity.
She's still around.
And she's still alive. We're already making movies about her post Return of the Jedi. Although, and I'll throw this out there, season 7 of the Clone Wars, by far my favorite season of the Clone Wars. You had the first 4 or 5 episodes. It was all Bad Batch. Then you had the 3 or 4 episodes in the middle, which were Ahsoka dealing the sisters, and I was just, I'm done with her. I'm done. She needs to die now. Now maybe they'll kill her. Although we knew she didn't because Rebels was happening. So crap, she's going to survive this too.
Damn it.
But then the last 4 episodes happened, which was Siege of Mandalore, Order 66, and all of that. and that was glorious. That was peak Star Wars there, and I lost my hatred of her within that one. So, all right, fine. I'm glad she's still around. But yes, when these ones first aired, I was just like, "Oh, here we go, here we go." But this was I got a whole vibe of was it? There was a Predator movie that was an awful lot like this one, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you could put Predator or Hunger Games, or I'm sure there's another one out there that's very similar.
Well, I was thinking because wasn't it Predators, the one with the S, where they had like the people on the planet? They moved them to the planet and they said, "Okay, now we're gonna hunt these guys." I think that was the one with the. I think it was Adrian Brody was in that one. I
I don't think I watched that one.
I watched them. All of them I watched like once, and I haven't even seen Badlands yet. So
I watched the first couple, and then they started doing Predator versus Alien, and it didn't appeal to me at all. But I have seen Badlands, and I thought that was really good. I enjoyed it.
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't. It's on my list of things, but it's kind of far down the list, so I'll just have to wait. I've got the pit going on right now. I'm tied up. So, but anyway, so basically, this one starts off. They're, of course, storming a separatist base or an outpost or something.
Felicia.
Yeah, on Felucia. It's Ahsoka, Plo, and Anakin. Ahsoka gets lost in the shuffle. She doesn't get lost. She gets kidnapped in the shuffle.
Yes.
How about that? She gets kidnapped in the shuffle by. Hang on, I'll think of them in a minute. Boss Trandoshans, who are using her for a hunt, and they kidnap her and put her on a planet and say, basically, they don't even say anything. They're just like, we're going to hunt you. And she has to figure it out. So no way on, no way off. They took her weapons. All the weapons she has access to are disabled as soon as, I guess, do they disable them as soon as they lay hands on them? Because
no, if they lose them, they disable them. The Trandoshan weapons.
All right. I was looking at this. I'm glad we didn't get a, Bosk being the most famous of the Trandoshians. We see him in Empire Strikes Back. I'm glad he didn't make an appearance. I mean, we did get the appearance of Chewbacca in this one, and that's fine because we knew Chewbacca was in Episode 3. But I feel that if you try to cash in so much on the original trilogy characters, then and rather than make up original characters, you're just not even trying. You're just like, you got the member berries going on. So I'm looking at it going, I'm glad they used Trandoshians. I'm just glad they did not use a named one like we normally see, or one that would be familiar. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, when you use too many, familiar characters, I mean, it cheapens the value of having them there in the first place. And it just makes the galaxy feel so small. It makes it feel like, nothing really. I don't know. It makes things feel less important whenever you feel like all the same people are involved in everything.
Right.
But it happens quite a few times in Rebels. We see Leia, we see Lando,
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that doesn't necessarily mean that I like those things. I mean, I know that I
was gonna
know
say
that, as far as the writing goes, they're given reasons to be there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I like that they've had to be included in the first place. It just felt like, hey, these characters are special. These characters are loved by many. How about some more of
yeah.
them?
Well, and I mean, even in like Rogue One, and it wasn't you had C-3PO and R2-D2 in Rogue One, and it was like just one line from 3PO, and they were basically just standing there. You
Yeah.
had oh, who was it? What's his name? Ponda Baba, Doctor as Ezkavan. We're wanted men. We have the death sentence on 12 systems. And
Yeah.
again, it was just a little flash cameo, one line cameo kind of thing. And it was just like, it was almost like, hey, look, these guys are here. But again, if you do just like the flash cameo rather than try to do an entire story behind one of them, I think that's okay. I can see that, but you want to do a whole story. I like the idea of the Trandoshans being hunters. I love the idea of them hunting Wookiees because if you look back at Legends, which I know we're not supposed to look at Legends, but within the Legends stories, that was always a big thing, was that Wookiees and Trandoshans were like mortal
Enemies.
enemies. Yeah, they didn't like each other, and so for them to sit there and say, "Oh, well, we're going to hunt Wookiees," that's like, "Oh, okay, all right." See what you did there, Dave Filoni. All right, good for you. Although you could argue the fact that this one was written in Legends time. I mean, this was before we had Legends in canon. This was basically a new ground. Disney had not purchased the rights to Star Wars at this point, so you could do anything from Legends you wanted to at this point, I guess. But anyway, and something I didn't get either was okay, so the son is going to hunt the Jedi. She wants the Jedi, he wants the Jedi. He wants to kill the Jedi, put the head on the wall. Was it mentioned that this was his first hunt or not? It
Yes.
was? Okay. All right. Because I'm looking at this going, okay, he's going to kill the Jedi, but guess what? There's 4 other Jedi on this planet that obviously have been caught, and they've been caught, but not hunted to death, as it were. They're just running around wild. So I'm looking at it going, oh, why do they keep populating their hunting grounds? Eventually they're going to get so many stacks of people up here that there's going to be a rebellion of sorts, and they're not going to be able to contain them all. And especially when you're dealing with Jedi. Yeah, they don't do the Jedi. Well, we don't get the Jedi Knights because they're too powerful. And it's like, you know what? Padawans grow up and they can become powerful as well. Just a thought.
Oh, Dave, you're thinking too hard.
I guess.
Well, and at this point in time, Ahsoka's the only Padawan. The others are younglings, or maybe they were caught when they were younglings. So, I mean, I don't know what the educational difference is there. I assume the younglings probably haven't been out with the master and killing clankers.
I mean, the younglings don't even have a master yet. They're basically just in Jedi daycare.
True.
And seriously, too, I'm looking at this going, you guys, you Trandoshans are some kind of big guys, aren't you? You've got to kidnap kids so that you can hunt kids. Whoop-de crap. You know what? You want to be some kind of big hunter? Go catch you a Jedi Knight or a Jedi Master and hunt him. See how that goes. You kill him, that's more respect for you, right? Am I thinking wrong here? No, you gotta hunt kids. I killed a Jedi. Yeah, it was 5. Way to go. You shot a 5-year-old.
That's kind of like these big oh, there's a term for them, sports hunters, where they go to Africa to get the big kills and that.
Oh,
It's
right. Like the big game hunters and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it's senseless. It's stupid.
It's I don't know. It's senseless. Well, I mean, I agree. It's dumb. If you're going to hunt something, if I'm going to hunt something and I'm going to go kill something, I'm going to eat that something. I want to kill something that I would want to eat. We have wild hogs out here in Texas, and by God, I'd love to go kill me some wild hogs because you know how much bacon you could get off of a wild hog? A lot.
Pork
And
chops.
I like bacon. Daddy
Mm.
likes bacon. So yeah, now to kill something for the sake of killing it and saying that I killed it doesn't appeal to me. Now to kill something,
stick its head on the wall. Yeah, it's the same
now
thinking.
now to something else like again, like I said, we've got hog problems here. Wild hogs. If the populations are exploding, okay, I can see that. You've got populations that are becoming devastating and they're going out of control and they're reproducing like Catholic rabbits. Then
We have that here in Indiana when the deer population gets a little out of hand. They'll have a big, I don't want to say event, but well, I guess it is an event. They have this big thing where, go out and shoot all you want, because the deer population is way out of control and it's causing issues and whatever.
It's the same out here in Tennessee. The deer are freaking menaces, man.
Yeah, because they jump across the roads. They don't cross at the deer crossings where they're supposed to. They just cross wherever they want to.
God, they should know better.
Stupid deer. I saw a pretty good TikTok the other day, and it was a guy. He was putting out feed corn on the ground, and his wife comes out and she says, "You're not allowed to bait for deer." And he goes, "I'm not baiting for deer." He said, "I'm feeding the squirrels and the raccoons. Now, if any deer come up here and start to eat this corn, I'm going to shoot them dead." I was like, that was good. I was like, "Oh, that's good. That's clever. Nice." Anyway, back to real stuff. Back to real stuff. Let's talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, that's real stuff.
But again, you get Ahsoka. You've got these younglings. They don't seem to care about anything. They're just kind of despondent and doing what they need to do to survive, but not anything else. And here comes Ahsoka, the war hero, and basically rallies the troops, tries to get them to find a way off.
Well, her leadership skills come in handy.
Yeah. And I mean, it's good for her, even though she loses. Can't remember what the girl's name was. There was a girl that was like in charge of everything.
Calfee?
Yes, I'd love some coffee. Thank you.
Yes. She was kind of the leader of the pack, if you will. And she and Ahsoka kind of bonded, had a friendship thing going on, and then of course she was killed.
Oh, but this is Star Wars. This is all woke stuff. They're not friends. They're gonna have a romance later or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were until she got killed. So all of both of these episodes were just a statement against gun violence. That's all it is. It's just sorry. I'm just kidding.
Is that what that is?
Just kidding. Just kidding. But in the process, Ahsoka kills the Trandoshan, I guess, the son, the one that was on his first hunt. she gets killed, and of course the father screams vengeance and
Con!
exactly. But also in this one we had Anakin's like not giving up. He's looking for her, and it just kind of ends with him not finding her. Now, mind you, this was not a show back in 09 or 2010 that was they dumped 3 or 4 episodes on you all at once. This was a now you got to wait till next Saturday for it to come back on Cartoon Network again, so you can see the what happens in the next episode. This was a to be continued, and they didn't really to be continued any of these episodes, but this was a to be continued episode because we're dealing with a 2-episode arc. And Anakin has not found Ahsoka. He's looking, and Ahsoka lost her friend, and the main Trandoshan is screaming vengeance. Move on to the next episode. We get more of the hunting. They come up with a plan to take the ship that drops the off the prisoners off. They try and fail, and the ship crashes. There's one survivor, and guess who it is? Yes, that's right. It is our friend Chewbacca. And speaking of which, I was thinking about this the other day. I made a mistake during the Mortis arc because I said that this was the first time we'd seen Darth Vader animated, and it wasn't. Animated Darth Vader made an appearance in the holiday special. In the what's the name of that cartoon? The Good Wookiee. The cartoon where Boba Fett first appeared at in the Star Wars holiday special. Darth Vader, an animated Darth Vader was in that as well. So I was wrong. And that was also our first animated Chewbacca as well. So my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Star Wars gods.
Pathetic.
Misspoke. I know I'm horrible. Horrible.
Speaking of animated Chewbacca, do you guys remember in the Clone Wars micro series where we got a brief glimpse at Wookiees? They made them look like monkeys.
Yeah.
I was, I mean, it's a small thing, but I always found it kind of odd looking at a Wookiee and seeing a monkey. I didn't think that Wookiees were meant to resemble monkeys.
Well, it's funny because even in Legends, they live in trees and like they've got claws and they climb these trees and swing through trees kind of like monkeys. So
I know it's just it's strange,
guess-
I guess I see a Wookiee and I almost see like a dog.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird like that, but I don't know.
They're just big Yetis or big Bigfoot.
Yeah.
They are.
I will say this about Chewbacca. This particular animated, I am glad they got Peter Mayhew back to do the voice. So that was nice to hear that Chewbacca's voice was the same as it was in A New Hope. Come on.
Yeah.
Get the hamster wheel running. It was a joke, Debbie. Because they use the same sounds. It was the same voice from A New Hope, but it wasn't really Peter Mayhew.
I know. I'm like,
come on.
Debbie got she got the joke. She's just not laughing at it because she.
It's sound effects, people. Sound effects. It wasn't Peter Mayhew.
That was the joke. Was that it was Peter Mayhew's voice.
Oh my goodness.
I was just like, Dave has just lost it at this point.
I watched that episode. I watched it again today and I was like, oh, I got a good one. Here we go. This is going to be great. Come on. I thought that was funny. But then Chewbacca goes all ET on him too, which was kind of funny. Build a transmitter.
Phone home.
Phone home. They capture the sniper. There's a sniper down there. He's guarding the wreckage. He almost kills Ahsoka. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. He almost unalives Ahsoka and Chewbacca. And the other two Jedi that are remaining save them. And they use a Jedi mind trick to get him to bring a speeder down. Now, if he was smart, and I think that I've figured this out now. You know, the mind control only works on the weak-minded, and I don't consider myself a weak-minded person. So if I ever encounter a Jedi and he tries to use the mind trick on me, and especially in a situation like that, I'm going to go, yes, I will call them and have a speeder. But then I'll call them and have a speeder and say, I need a speeder, but throw in something that says, get ready for this. This is a trap. They're tricking you. You know, play the dumb criminal. Oh, this guy is easy. We're controlling his mind. And then in the meantime, setting up a trap, and all my buddies are going to come down and beat the crap out of the Jedi. And then we win. I've determined that that's how you beat the Jedi. You just make them think you're in a mind trap and you're really not. Or am I crazy in thinking that?
Well, I don't know, because Ewan and Hayden can mind trick me all they want.
Wow. They can trick you.
I'm just saying.
All
See, oh my goodness, Debbie, I feel like they make special jails for people like you.
I'm just saying, who wouldn't want to be mind tricked by Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen? I mean, any red-blooded female, I think, would want to go for that. That's all I'm saying. Anybody watching or listening, correct me if I'm wrong.
All right, don't everybody speak up at once.
I'm not gonna say.
Well, later on, there could be comments. I'm just saying, if you're living and breathing and you're a female, you'd want Ewan and Hayden to mind trick you.
Both at the same time.
That would even be better.
Holy
Yes.
moly.
If you know what I mean. And I think you do.
We know what you mean, David. There's no way to mask that.
I'm glad Andrew's not here. Now we don't need to be CCTV.
Cantina.
Mrs. Haley, Mrs. Haley, if you watch this later, I'm sorry, but I like it. Anyway,
Yeah, Andrew's face would be turning red by now. So
yeah, he'd have that little girly laugh.
What?
poor Andrew, we're picking on him, and he's not even here to defend himself.
Andrew, this ought to learn you. If you're not here, we're going to pick on you. We will pick on you behind your back. And that's fine.
This is what you get for having family stuff.
Yeah. How dare you?
How rude.
I'm telling you. Oh, and I lost it for a minute there. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
You're lagging,
all
but
right.
yeah, we can hear you.
All right. I saw my thing go to X for just a minute, and I was like, "Ooh, I hope I'm not dropping here." Anyway, but Chewbacca's thing works. They get up into the fortress, and you get the whole gun battle. Ahsoka has to have the one-on-one with the. Which okay, let me ask you this then: because this whole time the Jedi have been jumping around like it's nobody's business. You saw Plo Koon at the first part of the first episode. He's like, "Follow me," and he jumps, and then all the clones like jetpack after him because he jumped so far. You see Ahsoka and all the little younglings down on the planet, and they're me a boost. I'm like,
maybe she
freaking jump
was
up there.
tired. They haven't eaten.
Oh,
She's tired. She's been fighting and surviving for the last 24, 48 hours. God knows how long she's been fighting to survive and been run down by these Trandoshans. So yeah, she was running out of a little steam. Dave.
I'm just saying. I found it funny that it was like they're jumping around, and all of a sudden it's can you give me a boost? I'm like, you forget how to jump? What happened there?
I thought it was funny too. I was just giving you a rough time.
I know.
But I thoroughly enjoyed Chewbacca and the other Wookiees just throwing Trandoshans off.
Throwing them around.
Just like Jesus. It was great.
Yeah. And you had, of course, the other two little younglings, and they were throwing things around with the Force. And Ahsoka tried to warn the main guy. You know, they got into of course, you had the final climactic battle between her and the head Trandoshan. And he lost his blaster, and there was a knife, which they're all carrying knives. So do the knives disable themselves when they lose them?
Yes.
How does that
they
work?
turn to rubber, so they cannot be effective.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Because otherwise I'm thinking, well, why didn't they have knives? Like, you know, the little Jedi kids could have grabbed some knives. That would have been fine. Just saying. But anyway, yeah, and then Ahsoka, of course, pushes him off the balcony with the Force after she warns him not to try it, and he tries it.
But of course he does.
Of course he does. Which I don't know how she beat him, because they both were on the high ground. So they were both up tall in the tower, so they both had the high ground. So come on, Debbie. I'm throwing them slow and inside. You ought to be knocking these out of the park.
They might have both been on the high ground, but she was even higher because she was standing on a table. So.
Oh, she had the higher ground.
She had the higher ground.
All right. Okay,
which I believe was the name of a Hayden Christensen movie or series. I think. I'm not sure.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know. Anyway, then of course everybody gets back to Coruscant. The Wookiees bring her back. They didn't say anything about the little other two younglings, whether they made it back or not, but we can assume they did.
I just watched it. I'm trying to think if I even seen them in the background. I'm sure they were there.
I'm sure they were too. I don't recall seeing them in the background either.
They're probably whisked away to the temple.
Well, I saw Yoda speaking with the Wookiees, which was good because
good relations I have.
Good relations with the Wookiees I have. My wife actually had a shirt a long time ago that had Chewbacca on it, and it said, "Good relations with the Wookiees I have." And I'm like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. See, again, Andrew's not here, and my mind's just dirty.
Yeah, you're in the gutter.
But then Anakin and Ahsoka have their little moment. I'm glad I lost you. I didn't mean to, blah, 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 blah. You didn't lose me, and my training kicked in, and your training helped me, and everybody's happy, and season 3 is complete.
Onward to season 4.
Very strong Ahsoka, like I said, very strong Ahsoka episode, and That's fine. Ashley, I'm sorry. I know I've met you many, many times, but still, Ahsoka, I don't know.
And then Ashley types in the chat, "How dare you?"
How dare you? Anyway, did we miss anything on this one?
No, I think we covered it all.
Awesome.
It couldn't have ended soon enough because we know how much Dave loves to talk about Ahsoka.
Wait till we get to season 7, and then I'll show my love for Ahsoka. Not during the sister arc, but definitely at the end. So anyway, that's it. Shameless plugs. What do we got tonight?
Let's see. Last night or yesterday, War of the Stars dropped a new episode. It was called Sith, so I assume it's about Sith. Surprise. Saturday we'll have Geek Gauntlet. Sunday we'll have a new episode of the Battlestar Galactica podcast that we just
Still doesn't
started
have
here.
a name, huh? The
All that's
podcast
happened
doesn't have a name.
Yeah, all that's happened
Oh.
before or something like that. I never watched the new series. I only know the movie and the original series. And then Monday we'll be back with Jessica Jones. And then Tuesday, our friends over at the Sith Dominion will have a show. I didn't see anything scheduled, so I don't know what that's about. And that's it.
Awesome. Cam, what do you got shameless plug wise?
So this week on Cam and Focus, we're going to be doing a deep dive into the work of Robert Duvall. Rest in peace. He passed away. What was it, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think I might have to try and jump in on that one. I'll have to get my wife flowers or something so I can. Here, honey.
Give her a
I'm doing
little
something.
Wookiee loving.
You can always give her the Stewie Griffin treatment and just go up and be like, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. But in your case, life is like a box of active grenades. But yeah, that's going to be over on Cam and Focus this Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Awesome. I don't have anything, but I know if Andrew was here, he would say something about Friday night, the Dingus Den.
They're doing
Before the-
Smallville.
Before the Cape, they're doing
Mhm.
Smallville. I think they're in season 2 somewhere.
Mhm.
I don't know what episodes they're on, but Dingus Den, if you're
5 and
watching,
6 maybe.
yeah, maybe. Anyway, they're doing Smallville. They're doing a walkthrough on Smallville. So go check out Andrew on Friday night. I don't know. Do you know what time that is?
No, I don't. Actually, I think it's on Saturdays. I think they record it and they post it on Saturdays.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, watch out. Go like and subscribe to Dingus Den. How about that? And then that way you know when it goes on.
And they also did a trailer reaction to the new Lantern movie. DC.
I thought that was a show. It's a movie?
Or show. I apologize. Show. I'm going to watch it because I love Kyle Chandler.
All right. I saw part of
and the other
preview
guy,
and
Andre Pierre. I've seen him in something else and it was really good. I liked him. So I'll be watching it.
Ryan Reynolds will always be Green Lantern to me.
I just didn't like his suit.
Just don't make the suit green or animated.
I like the movie. I was just the suit was just really
Bad.
it was out there.
Yeah.
But I like the Green Lantern movie.
You're one of the few.
I know.
I actually saw that movie on the theater. How about that? I went to go see that movie on the theater, and then I owned the DVD. I think I still own the DVD. Anyway, all right. Well, that's going to be it for us tonight. Y'all all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We will see all of you next Thursday night right here on Cantina Happy Hour. Don't forget to go across all the social medias and give Feast of Fandoms a like and a subscribe. If you're watching here on YouTube, give us a like and a subscribe. Hit the little bell icon for notifications so you know when we do go live with things like this. We will see all of you next week. May the Force be with you all.
Oh, this is an even bigger jackpot than when the Emperor figured out the formula for great Star Wars dialogue.
Something, dark side. Something.